Hey, what's up, Dividend Nomads? Welcome back to the channel. It's that time of month again where we do the monthly recap. I'll do the monthly recap. I'm gonna take you inside of the portfolio, share with you everything I have. I'm also gonna show you how this portfolio is stacking up against the entire stock market. And I'm also gonna show you how each individual stock has been performing, as well as how much I got paid for the month of June. And I just sold something yesterday, about $7,000 worth of stock, but I made a mistake. And I'm gonna share that with you guys today too. And yeah, we're gonna dive into the computer and check it all out. And I know my house is a mess. I'm actually about to leave. You see some suitcases and stuff back there, and my house is in a mess because I'm in packing and all that stuff. I'm gonna be leaving for a couple months. I'm still gonna do the videos, but you'll see me in a different location. So, don't be alarmed if you see that. I will be back here eventually, but I'm gonna be gone for a while. So anyway, let's get into it and record the screen on my computer. Let's see here. Maybe we might record the screen. Let's try this again. New screen recording. 3, 2, 1, bam. All right, so here we are in my Charles Schwab account. You can see we got Misty, 1,080 shares, QDTE, 1083, QQQI, 22.2, XDTE, 286.09, YBDC, 102, and YMAG, 4.93. Yesterday, I sold all of my shares of YMAG, and I sold it for a gain, a net gain. And what I didn't realize was that YMAG was on drip, and the shares always drip at the market close. So I sold my YMAG last night, went to sleep, woke up, and I saw my account, and I was like, oh, holy hell, I forgot to turn off my drip. And so it bought the shares at the close, and so now I have 4.9 shares of YMAG, but the rest of it I sold off for a profit. So we're gonna share all of that with you guys today in the spreadsheet breakdown. If you look here below this, I have $5,000 in SWVXX, and you see total cash money, I got $14,947 right now. And this portfolio is sitting at 66,781. This is the all-time high for this portfolio. So doing pretty good here. Why does it say 99.47? And this says, oh, okay. This is the 99.47 is my cash, but I have this this right here, 5,000 in the SWVXX. So total is 15,000. That's why this, so it's different. Okay, I got it. So anyway, let's go check out how this is performing here. Let's go to the portfolio performance. Bam. All right, this is year to date. So I'm gonna make this bigger so you guys can see it. So you can see right here, we're gonna look at the rate of return from January the 1st until now. So let's go look at it. Rate of return, my account has had a cumulative return of 5.3% from January until now. So let's go see what that looks like compared to the markets. So let's just start with the first one. You can see the Dow here. Let's compare it. So there's the Dow in the orange. You can see how we compared. 5.3 compared to 2.8. So I outperformed the Dow. So let's get rid of that for a minute. Let's check out the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the orange one. And you can see here, we're really outperforming. Then we had this big drop. I think this is the tariff thing. And then my portfolio suffered a lot. Look at that. I was down 10%. NASDAQ was down 2%. So, but we had a bounce back. See the bounce back there? When we had the bounce back, my portfolio started outperforming. And then when we ended up 5.3%, and the NASDAQ 4.8%. So we are beating the NASDAQ for the year right now. Let's check out the S&P. Same thing happened, outperforming. We had the tariff stuff, and the S&P went down a little bit, and we went down a lot. Look at that, -10. S&P was up 1%. S&P barely down or flat. We were down 13%. So we were really, really hurting at that point in time. But here we have the comeback. You can see we came back strong, and now we are right on point. 5.3 compared to the S&P's 5.09. So we are right there where the market's doing. And this is what I want out of this portfolio. I want to do what the market does and then get dividends on top of that. Let's check out the Russell. We'll put the Russell here. You can see really, really outperforming the Russell. We had the same thing though when the Russell dipped. We dipped, then we chopped around, we came back, and the Russell didn't come back as strong as we did. So yeah, did pretty good. Let's put them all on the screen now, just for fun. And I know it's a lot of lines, so we'll look down here. It's easier to see. Here's how they compare to my account. The top one is my account, 5.3%. Russell, negative 1.9. So we beat the Russell big time. S&P, 5.09. So we're beating the S&P by 1/4%. The NASDAQ, 4.8. So we're beating the NASDAQ by, I don't know, maybe 0.5%. And the Dow, 2.87. So we're beating the Dow by, 2.5%. So portfolio is on track to do pretty good so far. So now that we know that, let's go have a look at what's been going on with each individual stock. By the way, if you want the spreadsheet, I started a free Dividend Nomad newsletter. And if you sign up for the newsletter, you get it's free. If you sign up for the newsletter, you also get the free dividend tracker with the newsletter. So go sign up for that. The link's in the description below if you want to get it. So let's go look at the positions here. Let me make it bigger for you guys so you can see it. Okay. I'll try to highlight these. So the first one, Misty, I've got 1080, 2410 is my cost. So you can see this one is going to be down a little bit. We'll get into that in just a second, though. I'll show you guys the returns. QQQI is a new addition to this portfolio. I've got 22.27. This is on drip, by the way. I'll get into that with you guys too. Average cost, 51.19. YMAG, this one I sold yesterday, as I just told you, but I dripped it at the end of the day, and like a dummy, I didn't mean to. It was a mistake. But so now I got 4.9 shares of YMAG instead of 400 and something shares. I sold all those 400 and whatever shares I had. I'll share that sale with you later in this video. Right now, my cost is 15.20. XDTE, 286. QDTE, 283. And YBTC, 102. So let's go see how these are performing individually right now. And then we'll take a look at the payments and all that stuff. So let me make this bigger for you again for the visually impaired. Here we go, Misty at the top. Let me do it like this. So you can see the market return, minus 29.05, but the total return is 99.13. So we've received $9,913 in this. And the total return, you can see it's 38%. So I'm up 38% on this, up almost $10,000. So if I sold this right now, I'll walk away with $9,913 more than I started with. So I'm happy about that. The next one, the Misty, by the way, is not on drip. So I set up a rule for myself, basically. Any stock that is 4% positive or higher, I turn the drip off. If it's below 4%, I go ahead and drip it. So Misty up 38%, so Misty's not on drip. QQQI is on drip. I got paid for this yesterday for the very first time. So you can see the market return is $14, total return $27.85, market return 1.23, and total return is 2.44%. So this one is doing good right out of the gate. So this is a good one for me to have right now. I want more of it. I just getting in slowly but surely. YMAG, I just told you guys I sold it and then got back in. So market return 39 cents, total return 0.53. So this is except brand new, because I sold all the rest of it. Actually, I'm going to sell this too. Just I can't sell it now because it's in the post market, and I just was asleep because I live in China, so I missed out on on selling that. But we'll take care of that Monday. On Monday, we'll get rid of this. XDTE, you can see XDTE total return is 3.99, and the total return percentage is 3%. So this is positive now. So everything in my portfolio has a positive total return. So yeah, I'm really happy about that now that everything has bounced back. QDTE, total return 851, and that's 8.5% total return. So QDTE is doing really good. YBTC is, see the market return is positive on this one too. And then total return is $1,000.85. And our total return is 26.72%. Market return 16%. So right now we only have 3 positives on the market return. That's QQQI, YMAG, which will be out of here though, and YBTC. Now you can see QDTE is 0.3%. So QDTE is about to turn positive on market return as well. So it's right there at my price. It's so close to being positive on everything. So I'd be really happy for that if it's positive on market return and then positive on total return, and it's just going up with the market. That's good news. So really quickly, let's go check out the dividend log, and then we'll check out the sold positions. So let's check out how much money we got paid this month in this portfolio. So if you go down here to 2025, you can see Misty has paid all these here on the left here, 1026, 910, 1379, etc., etc. This month we got 1588 from Misty. Okay, QQQI, this was my very first payment ever from them. They paid me 1382. Okay, YMAG, I will share that with you in a second because I just have a fresh batch of shares and I cleared the old ones out. So for the new shares that I haven't received any dividends for that yet. XDTE, 262. QDTE has paid me 226. And YBTC has paid me 112. Now the reason why these are lower than these above here, because in this month right here, in the month of May, I actually got paid 5 times instead of 4 times. So that's why these are higher, because there is an extra payment in there compared to this month. If you look at these up here, see 201, 245, 134. Well, these are higher also. I guess QDTE and YBTC were more volatile that month or something, but this one has grown, and these not so much. But I haven't added to these. I've just been collecting money, let them do their thing. XCTE has been adding to it, it's been accumulating more shares. So that's why we have that. So what's going on here? Let's go see how much we got paid in total. If I can scroll to the left here, maybe. There we go. All right, so sold positions right here in the blue box, $334.98. That's how much YMAG paid me for the month of June. So that's what that 334 is there. And this month we made $2,539. So $2,500 this month. Not too shabby. I'm happy with that. And then lastly, let's check out the sold positions. And like I told you, YMAG is here at the very bottom. You can see the date, 6/27. So that was yesterday. It's the 28th here in China right now. I sold 478.4 shares of YMAG yesterday. My cost average was 18.31, and you can see I sold it at 15.25. Now I know what you're thinking, it looks like a loss, but let's go look at it. Total dividends received, $1,499 is what I received, but you can see the market return also down. So we walked away with an extra $35. A lot of money, right? I made 35 bucks. But total return is positive, 0.4%. So we did walk away with more money than we started with, and we didn't lose any money on this play. So I'm happy about that. And so my total return here at the bottom, this 1474 you see, this is all of them combined that I sold. I made $1,400 on. So my total return is positive. But you see the market return, just $20,000. Lost a lot of money on market return, and that's why these are here in the sold positions, because they could not handle down markets, and they did not do very well at all. And that's why I cut them, because the market return was so negative. You can look here. We have made $1,000 there, 43.45, minus $5, and this one is 35.43 positive. So overall, we made some money, but not a lot. You can see the percentages here. So not special, nothing going on there, but you can see this market return, man. It's crazy. What's wrong with my spreadsheet, man? When you zoom in and out, it likes to do this. Anyway, the market return, see, look, minus $20,000. That's why these are here on the chopping block. If you look at the positions that I have, I know my market return is negative. Let's go look at it. market return is only negative 4.77%. That's why these are still here, because they can handle the downtrends and the volatility, and the payments are still good to give me a 20% total return, which we all know on average, the market's usually giving us 10 to 12% a year, and we're getting a 20% return. So not too bad. That's why I have what I have. And these that are here in the sold positions, you could look minus $20,000. That's why they're here. The market return was not very good. Look, 20%, 21, 44, 24, 16. You see that? The market return was terrible. And that's why they're here. And if you look over here, you can see they're all Yield Max funds. So I'm not hating Yield Max, because I have Misty here, and Misty's market return is minus 11%, which is worse than the rest of these, except for YMAG, but I cut YMAG. YMAG was minus 16% when I sold it. So there you go. That's what's happening there in the portfolio. That's what's been going on behind the scenes, and that's how the portfolio has been performing. Don't forget, grab the free newsletter, grab the free dividend tracker in the link in the description below. And I'll send you guys a newsletter every now and then, give you some updates on what I've bought and how my life is going here abroad in China, as well as some tips and tricks in terms of how I gained financial independence, the things that work for me, and maybe you'll find those tips and tricks useful in your own life as well. So don't forget to grab that. And that's all we got for you guys today. I'll see you on the next one.